Curriculum Update Response to 612 Technology Education. Hello, I'm Jessica Ebert, Director of Curriculum. I would like to provide an overview of our progress to date as it relates to our response to the 612 Technology Education Audit. Although I'm the one providing this overview, technology education teachers and our technology education coach and coordinator, Chris Strozak, have been supportive in the actions behind this report. Both Chris and educator Craig Griffey will be accompanying me at the board meeting on October 9th to support further conversation and dialogue related to this topic. I'd like to personally thank these educators for their time and energy as it relates to the improvement efforts made in our response to the 612 Technology Education Audit to date. In alignment with Policy 2210, which outlines the curriculum development process and as part of the Strategic Plan Objective 1.1, a 7-year curriculum cycle was developed. As articulated in the 7-year curriculum cycle, a 612 review of technology education, including Project Lead the Way, was set in motion during the 22-23 school year. Accompanying this presentation is a detailed executive summary. The executive summary is a thorough report which aims to update the Board of Education and the community on the actions taken during the initial development phase of the 7-year cycle and in response to the 612 audit. Within the executive summary, you will find background on the 612 Technology Education and Project Lead the Way audit, an overview of the review process, completed and future action steps in response to the audit recommendations, a proposed budget to support updates and changes to technology education, and recommendations to the Board of Education. I will be drawing your attention back to the executive summary in just a moment. As you review the actions set in motion and future actions related to 612 Technology Education, I want to highlight the 5 programming elements included in the audit. These elements help us understand what we want to see in our career and technical education programming. It is these programming elements that help us to identify the strategic steps we take so that these are alive and well in our schools. These elements include pathways, industry-recognized credentials, work-based learning, dual enrollment, and career and technical education student organizations. Furthermore, our current work to date and future work is aiming to carry out the mission crafted by Skills USA Wisconsin. This mission communicates to empower students to become skilled professionals, career-ready leaders, and responsible community members. As a technology education team, we align to the programming elements and this mission. Our school district's vision reads, ensure an exceptional student experience, eradicate inequity, eliminate disproportionality, and exceed proficiency for all. This has been and will continue to be our North Star as we improve programming for technology education. The 3 main objectives identified in the audit as a means to bring the programming elements, the mission, and our school district's vision to life include curriculum and instruction, facilities, and communication and awareness. Outlined in the executive summary are the actions that have occurred in relation to the audit recommendations, as well as future actions if applicable. This slide provides a visual of how to read the tables within the executive summary. The left side column communicates one of the 3 objectives named for improvement within the audit. In this example, the key objective is under the umbrella of curriculum and instruction. The next column outlines an audit recommendation within the objective of curriculum and instruction. There are several audit recommendations under each objective. Moving to the right are the key actions that have occurred to date in relation to audit recommendations. And in the final column, this outlines the future actions set to take place in order to further improve each technology education programming element. This is just one example of the many listed within the executive summary. I would like to draw your attention to another few key actions in the executive summary under the objective of curriculum and instruction. Over the summer, educators from the Technology Education Department gathered to begin the work on developing standards-aligned courses. As a result of their efforts, we have standards-aligned curriculum for Woods 1, currently known as Introduction to Woodworking, and Woods 2, currently known as Cabinet Making. The value of this work is that we now have clearly defined learning outcomes and aligned to standards for these courses so that there is clarity around course expectations and consistent instructional practices between both East and West high schools. A future action around standards aligned courses will be to continue the development of curriculum guides for all tech ed courses. Furthermore, the development of 2 new courses occurred. The 2 new courses proposed for technology education is a civil engineering and architecture course and an entrepreneurship course. In the civil engineering and architecture course, students learn the fundamentals of building design, site design, and development. They apply math, science, and standard engineering practices to design residential buildings and document their work using 3D architectural design software. For entrepreneurship, students will research, design, produce, and sell a product that they will make using the laboratory equipment available to them. This course will service students who are concurrently participating in a youth apprenticeship and have no other concurrent coursework options that will fulfill the Department of Workforce Development's requirements. You can read more about these proposed courses linked here in the slideshow presentation or within the executive summary. As stated, these are just a few examples of the actions communicated in the executive summary around the 3 key objectives: curriculum instruction, facilities, communication, and awareness for technology education improvements. Please refer to the executive summary for further details and information. Finally, this table outlines the recommendations we are making to the Board of Education and are needed to achieve the improvement efforts outlined in the executive summary. With that said, thank you for your review of this presentation.